Thank you, everyone. It has fallen to me to be the first one. And yesterday, I was speaking to my colleagues, and I said, I feel like a proud kid. But being here tonight with all of you, I not only feel like a proud kid, but a frightened one. But more than frightened, I feel grateful. Seriously. My name is Gustavo. I'm from Brazil. I live in Barcelona, and I'm here today to finish this bootcamp in Brussels. And seriously, I don't feel like a finishing. I just feel it's the beginning of something great. Over the last years, I started my journey actually in 2005 when I left São Paulo as a product manager, a very secure job in a bank. I left my family, I left my friends, a cute dog and a girlfriend. And I decided to start a new adventure here in Europe. It was a tough decision, but behind this decision there was a huge motivation, which was my passion for traveling. And over the last years, I had the chance to travel to so many places that nowadays I feel that I can say that I'm a serious traveler. And what is it to be a serious traveler? Well, for me, it's being some person that doesn't like actually to go to the typical touristic places. We like to enjoy the cities as a local. We like to have real, meaningful experiences. And I've been using all these online travel advice websites like TripAdvisor, Yelp, Foursquare, and I've been feeling that there was something missing. You know, I think they grew so big that in the end of the day, their content and the mass-produced content out there became impersonal, messy, and crowded. So just like when you go to Disneyland, you know, it was not for me anymore. And in fact, there is a survey in the USA that revealed that while 50% of people rely on travel advice on these websites, 82% rely on family and friends. Okay, so I thought I have to do something about it. That's why I worked in the last 9 days, only 9 days, guys, on Fav Spot. Fav Spot is a travel and lifestyle app to help you discover, create, and share your personal city guides. How does it work? So once you log in, you're going to be welcomed with a very simple page where you can add a place. Actually, any place that has an address in the world, you can have it on Fav Spot. On the first page, you see that I prepared some places already with tips on Barcelona. We're going to go into it in 5 minutes. So let's start adding a place. There is a nice place in Barcelona for relaxing. Actually, it's a very expensive hotel, but you can spend 1 day there relaxing in the swimming pool. It's called the W Barcelona. Maybe you've seen it in the pictures. It's the nice architecture hotel, you know, like a very modern one. So once you added the W Hotel, you're going to see that in Barcelona you have now 7 saved places. Now if you go to Barcelona and you see all the list of places you have there, you're going to see a nice description with the address, a picture, and the name of the place. You can also get more details, and you can also click and see all these places pinpoint in a map, which is very useful. Going back to the list, you can actually go to the W Barcelona and get all the details about the place. But you know, I was saying that tips on TripAdvisor and Yelp and Foursquare are impersonal, so this is the magic thing on Fav Spot. You can actually add your personal touch to it. How? Basically, you can tag the place, you can add tags to describe how you felt, or what is amazing about this place, so you can say it's very relaxing, it's a nice view, etc. You can also add tips and notes. For example, you can say that don't miss out the mojito at the swimming pool. You can save it. You can also go downwards and see that it's automatically categorized for you. You're going to be able also to add more categories. And you also be able to actually organize these places into collections. What are collections? Well, You know Spotify for sure. Spotify had a playlist, so you can organize all your favorite musics into playlists. So for me, Fav Spot wants to be what Spotify is to music. So it's the best place for you to organize your favorite spots around there. So you can add it to a collection. Let's say the great places to relax in Barcelona. I previously created these collections before. And now you have a nice tip with a personal touch. But it's not only this. You can also add your own personal pictures to it. So you can go easily add, and you're going to see me having a nice time in the W Hotel. Well, now my tip is ready to be shared, right? To be maybe keep secret because I want it for myself. And also, if you go back to the Barcelona list, it's also ready for you to order a printed version of your guide. So you're going to have a very, very, very personal version that you can give as a gift, you can send it out, or you can even print it to yourself, and you can take on your pocket for every trip. This is a proof of concept built in 9 days. I really believe that the next step for this project is to validate this concept. For me, it's a mobile native product by nature. So my next steps is build killer iOS and Android apps. I'm also looking for very, very experienced UI designers to make it to take it to the next level. And after this session, I will be there not only to talk about this, but if you want tips about Barcelona, I'll be available. Thank you very much, guys.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to Le Wagon. So before starting my pitch, I would like to thank you all guys for being here. It has been a hell of a ride for us these past 2 months. It was really intense. So we are pretty tired, but really excited to present to you all of our projects. So my name is Pierre. I'm 23. I just graduated from business engineering here at the Louvain School of Management. And just after that, I started Le Wagon. So for the past 9 days, we developed this project with my buddy Gonzalo. So Gonzalo is 23 as well. He just came from Madrid and he dropped out of college to start his own company. And he started pretty well right now. So the project that we built is called Boostin. So what is Boostin? Boostin is the perfect growth hacking tool for your company on Instagram. So with Boostin, you'll be able to get relevant data about your activity on Instagram as a brand. You'll be able to manage your marketing strategy on Instagram. And more than that, you'll get what we call competitive intelligence. This means that you'll be able to get relevant data about your competition on Instagram. So why did we choose Instagram? Instagram is a social media that is booming right now for marketing side and for brands. They're getting more and more users, and you'll be able to target specific customers. So how does it work? Let's say that we are New Balance, for example, the company New Balance. So I sign in on Boostin. I already connected my Instagram account to Boostin, and I directly go to this dashboard. With this dashboard, you get instantly relevant data. You can have, for example, the average like that you have on each media that you uploaded to see if your followers are active or not, if your media are good or not. You get different data, and more, you get a list of all the competitors that you want to keep an eye on. So this is a key feature. You want to see the data about your competition on Instagram, how they are doing it. Are you good compared to them or not? So for example, let's say I want to check Adidas to see if I'm as good as them or better than them. So I see relevant data about them, I see their likes on average, and I see comparison about them. I see that they have a much more likes on average than me, so I should do some progress about it. I see the hashtags that they use and the filters that they use. Maybe I can adapt my marketing strategy based on that or not. And one key feature is that you can have a list of all the most active followers of Adidas just there. So these are the people that you would want to target as a marketeer. If you want to make a marketing campaign on Instagram, this is the perfect customer base that you want to target. Basically, this is how Facebook and Google made all the money. They help brands target specific customer during the marketing campaign. And with our product, you'll be able to do just that, but on Instagram. So with this tool, you'll be able to follow them and get visible for these guys who are the most active on your competition. You'll be able to be visible for them, and you'll be able to try to get them to know you. So this is a key feature. Basically, you get all the features there. You can add multiple accounts of Instagram's accounts. So for example, I'm Nike. I would want to have Nike Europe, Nike America, Nike Skateboarding. So you can add multiple accounts and so on. So for the next step of this app, we would love to develop it much more, because this is just the base of what we can have as information. We would like to have a lot more information about your account and the competitor's account. And we would, at the end, like to automate the process of your marketing campaign. So we become the only platform that you will need to use to manage your whole marketing campaign on Instagram. So I guess that is all what I wanted to say. If you have any question about this app, you feel free to talk to us during the drink right after that. We are boosting, and thank you very much.
Thank you all for being here with us for this lovely evening. This is my buddy Gökhan. He's from Istanbul. He used to work in a startup before the Wagon, he used to work in the startup in Istanbul. In the past 2 weeks, we built a very nice project together, which I'm going to show you tonight. My name is Kai Ting. I'm from Taiwan. I'm a graphic designer, and I did my study in an art school in Amsterdam. And I know a lot of artists, photographers, filmmakers, people who work in the creative fields. And here in Brussels, my housemate, Oscar, he's a filmmaking student in Brussels. And recently, he got into a trouble. As you know, this is the end of the year, and before Christmas and New Year, we all need to deliver that final work. And he needs to produce a short film for his final exam. He's looking for a very special and very expensive gear called Black Magic. And Black Magic is a very new gear from industry. Unfortunately, his art school doesn't have it. So he went to the rental company, but the rental company is too expensive. Now, imagine there's someone else who also lives in Brussels who happens to have Black Magic. And but for some kind of reason, he or she gets too busy in their life and he doesn't have time to use it. So this gear sits silently in a box and it still looks and works like new. So what if we can make Oscar and this someone else in Brussels? That would be fantastic. So this is how Giro is born. Giro is a peer-to-peer gear rental platform for creatives in the local communities. Let's see how it works. So there are 4 steps. First, you browse gears. And second step, you set dates and book. Third step, you meet and greet each other, which is very important step for me. The fourth step is a return and rate. So now let's look for black gear for Oscar. So we type in Black Magic, and let's check how many camera. Looks like there are some nice listings. Okay, now let's check on the map. So there are many of them in the center, and 360 euro, that's too expensive. So let's go back and check on the profile. Okay, so let's check at the Hami. His photo doesn't look so professional, and let's check on the review. Well, his review doesn't look so nice. I don't want to rent from Hami. So let's go back. Okay, so, oh, I see one 65 euro, that's nice price. Let's check out the Anna. Anna's looks nice. Let's go down and check the reviews. Okay, Anna has really nice reviews. So I decided to rent the gear from Anna. Cool, let's set the date from 19 to 20, and let's write a nice message to Anna. So, book! Okay, so the gear is booked now. So after it's booked, it comes to the third step. They meet and greet each other, and they have a nice exchange about the gears or about the film. And it was a nice experience. And to have good karma, Oscar take good care of the camera, and he returned it back on time. So to build a trusted community, it's very important to rate. So now let's give a nice review to Anna, to this overall to this experience. So Anna now gets even one more good karma. So we are sure in the future Anna will have lots of renters. So
I have to write in here.
So super smooth transaction, very happy all around. Yeah, let's leave a review. Okay, so that's basically the 4 basic features. But it's not only about that. We believe that it's a great opportunity to build a nice community together to connect like-minded people. This is the future we are working on now to build a lively community. So we are Giro. We are here to make high-end gear and professional equipment accessible for everybody. And if you are interested, Gökhan and me will be here around tonight. So come talk with us later. We are always looking for more Giros to join our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for being here. I think it means a lot for all of the students here to be able to present their app on the last day of the bootcamp at Le Wagon. My name is Adrian, and together with Valentin, we are presenting you Lexi. Before joining Le Wagon, Valentin was a freelance developer that is now become a master on the backend side of an application, and with the aim of becoming a full-stack developer. And myself, I was a corporate lawyer at Linklaters, a big international law firm here in Brussels. And what I was doing as a corporate lawyer was basically to sell legal knowledge to clients. And you have to know that a big international law firm lives on its knowledge that it can sell at a very valuable price to its clients. All that legal knowledge is stored in legal documents, basically a whole set of templates, models that we as lawyers could use and reuse to address the specific needs of our clients. And part of my job was to check whether these legal documents were up to date with the latest developments and the latest changes of the law. What it basically meant was going on a website like this one and scrolling up and down endlessly, looking for the article, take a legal document, looking for an article in that document, checking it off against the existing article on this website, and doing that again and again for every single law article, taking it from the document and checking it off against the article on the website. And back at the time, I was thinking to myself, there must be a better way, right? I mean, clients are paying an awful lot of money for me to perform the job. And I was thinking, what if a machine could do all the dirty work? What if a software could check the legal validity of a document in a fraction of a second and with no single error associated with it? From this idea is born Lexi. Lexi is a powerful software that helps legal professionals manage their knowledge. Its proposition is to make legal documents responsive to law changes. And here's how. Let's pretend, and let's say the case of Boris. Boris is a French lawyer working at a big French Parisian law firm, and he has just produced a memo on French labor law that he has sent to his clients, and now he wants to make sure that he becomes aware of any law change that might affect this document in the future. So no problem, he goes to the Lexi homepage, and he adds the document into the dashboard. So here is a French memo, and instantly the software will track all the references to the law articles contained in that document. And you can see, and checking it off with the existing article on the website. And here, by default, all the articles are tracked. He can choose either to not track or track them. Here, for the sake of the presentation, everything will be tracked. So you can see that this is the actual article, the existing in force, and here's the content of his text. So when it's ready, it clicks on Start to check the document, and you can see that the French memo has been added to his dashboard, and most importantly, that its state is up to date. But so far, so good. But we haven't shown a lot, right? I mean, the real Lexi magic happens now. Lexi compiles in real time all the law updates of all the laws in France and makes instant connections between a change and a specific reference in a document of a lawyer. What it means is that, and as you just have seen live, that whenever a law change occurred in his documents, Boris will be instantly notified and getting an alert. You can see that the icon has changed there. So he sees an alert, right? It's an alert on the French memo he just has submitted. And here is a nice compare of the old version and the new version of the article, nicely displayed. Here for the first one, Boris is an experienced lawyer and he knows that such a change is not really affecting his content. So he just click on Still OK. For the second one, you can see that the whole paragraph has been added. That's something he's not really sure about. So he will click and mark it off as pending, which will allow him some time to discuss the change with his colleagues, and also important, to revert to his client about the change in the future. When it's ready, you can see that the document is pending. This is important not only for him, but also for all the other lawyers, that the next time they will use a document in the database, they will know that that document has issues, and so that they should be careful before using it. But for example, the two first documents, they're up to date, so any lawyer afterwards can just take them as a basis, and they know that they're up to date. So, thank you, Valentin, for the presentation. So why is Lexi a good idea? Well, I've been spending quite a lot of time recently discussing with lawyers, and they all agree that it is a problem worth tackling. Second, as you can see, it's a powerful tool, but an easy to understand and easy to use piece of software. Third, it is a product in the legal tech environment, which is emerging at the moment, which means that there are a lot of opportunities that are lying ahead. What are the next steps for Lexi? Well, they're clear. First of all, continue the process of validation with the lawyers, so to design the best solution for them. And second, find the technical and the financial resources to be able to develop a robust minimum viable product. Thank you very much for your attention. If you are interested in discussing the Lexi project, please go and find Valentin and I after the presentations at the drinks. Well, thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Lawrence, and I want to tell you a short story. It's about Peter. Peter is a salesman in a very, very important company in Brussels. And he has a meeting tonight with a very important client. He really wants to impress him because it's a sale that he really needs to close. He has been looking for this sale for more than a month. So he really needs to impress him. But he has a problem. His watch is broken. So he thinks for himself, What if there was an app where I can rent a watch for a day, for a week, and every time I have these events or these social events, I can wear a different watch in each occasion. Will it be nice, huh? Of course, it will be nice. So he goes to the net and finds Prestige. He clicks on the watches. He finds the watch he really likes for this event. He rents it, and he books the days he really need it. In 3 very easy steps. When I was developing the app, the most difficult thing for me was to make it user-friendly. That's why we apply in this beautiful app the principles of the UX design. So, as you can see, Peter did the whole process of renting the watch in three steps. Very user-friendly. Also, I wanted to commend you, like Prestige. Just 2 weeks ago, in Antwerp, at the Startup Weekend, we won the UPS e-commerce awards. They gave us €1,000 to start this project because they believe and they trust in our idea. So, as also wanted to tell you, and I want to make myself very clear on this, is that the luxury business is worth more than $180 billion a year. Yes, you hear right. $180 billion a year. So, if anyone here is interested in be part of this business and take this to the next level, we can talk after the demos and discuss about this. And good night, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Everybody, I'm Amiran, I'm 26 years old, and I'm a blogger. And when you're a blogger, you have to read a lot in order to write a lot. And being a blogger kind of makes you a person that your friends think, okay, because he reads a lot, he knows a lot. So I have a lot of friends who have very busy lives, and they see something on the news or they read something in a paper. Most of them don't even have a paper anymore because they don't have any time to read a paper. And they come to me and say, hey, I read something there, or I saw something on a television. Where should I go if I want to learn more about it? Which newspaper would you recommend? Which blog? Which other source? And I always have to tell them, usually there is no single source out there. There are multiple sources. They all have good stories. They all have good coverage. But a lot of them are very lazy to actually go and explore. They just want something very easy immediately at their disposal. And I have another group of friends, most of them being geeks, who read 7, 8, 9 different sources a day because they're very interested and very passionate about a topic. And they're always messaging me like, hey, I read this really interesting article about this new thing, or I read a really interesting article about this new development in that region, et cetera, et cetera. You should write about it. And I've been thinking, how can I actually connect these two people, the people that are, let's say, don't have enough time to really get to know more about a topic, and the people who really love topics and would like to share it, but it's not easy for them to say, let's tell people go to all these 7, 8, 9, 10 different sources to read more about it. So the last 9 to 10 days, I've been prototyping Topical, and it's a very, very simple platform. Basically, you curate articles around a certain topic. So for example, let's take, for those of you who like politics or geopolitics, let's take the Middle East. So basically, you have some articles, for example, the first one, which you can click, and it will immediately take you to the article. Very simple, very clean. So you can just look at the title of the article and go find the article. And if we can go back. Yeah, we are, sorry. You can also upvote an article. So the most popular one will be up there. And you can obviously also comment on an article. And that's as simple as it gets. So it's a nice way for you to explore new topics without actually having to do the field work or actually having to go to several sources. And where would I like to take this further? I think it would be very nice to have a browser extension so you can easily add a topic, or sorry, add an article to one of these topics, and you can come back and it's already there. And of course, the platform is open, so everybody will be able to add a topic. Everybody will be able to add articles within the topic, and everybody will be able to vote and to upshare topics. And if you are interested in journalism and news content, if you are a back-end, front-end developer, all-round magician who would like to help me bring this to life, come and talk to me during the drinks. Thank you for your time.
Hi everybody, my name is Remy. I'm a former consultant in strategy, and I belong to the team called Staircase. And tonight we are very pleased to close this amazing adventure we are shared together. And who is the team? So my first partner in crimes is Alexis. He's an ex-associate in public relations at Vivendi in Paris, and he used to be a student at Sciences Po Paris. My second partner in crimes is Mike, ex-policeman, ex-property manager, and now he fell in love with coding. Tonight, we will share with you an intuition. We think that within the different buildings, the relationship between people are not at all optimized. I will give you a simple example. This summer, I have a very annoying problem in my flat. There were a leak, and it takes a lot of days to deal with it. And where I share this experience with my friend, we say, hey, we have to do something. So what we have done, we have made first a market study. We talked to different experts, and one of the experts, who was one of the VP of Foncia, one of the leading property management company in France, told us, hey guys, you are right. In the different buildings, there is a lot of miscommunication. And for a single leak, it takes 15 calls to fix it. He also told us that, in fact, there is a huge market. 41% of the French people live in the buildings with that kind of problem. From that, we say, okay, we have to do something. So we have been in the different buildings. We went in Alexi building, we knock the door, we speak with people, and we try to collect all the feedback to create a real product you will see in a few minutes. We have done exactly the same in Paris, in my building. And then we came up with Staircase. So what is Staircase? Staircase, it's a new communication tool that will improve your life into your buildings. And Staircase have two main differentiators. The first one, we are in a system, multi-stakeholder system. What does it mean? We will engage tenants, owner, property manager, service providers, syndicates into the products. But the hero of the story will be the consumer, will be the resident. The second element is we are not only a social network. We are a solving problem platform. And in this example, we have developed common features for different buildings, but we try to find helpful application that will be very useful into your buildings. So now, let's go into the staircase journey.
Thank you for this amazing presentation of the product. And this will continue with a demonstration of what is the universe of staircase that we have tried to build in 9 weeks. So only 5% of the product yet. We'll see that. So let's start with Martin. Who is Martin? Martin is a student in medicine in Brussels. And he just became an owner because he will earn his life, so he can be an owner. So in our MVP, we have tested our product in 2 buildings. One in Paris, it's Remy's building, and one in Brussels is the one where I live right now. So he will arrive in Brussels. He will, of course, write a password because we want it to be very secure. So in every building, we will put a password reserved for the resident. So he chooses the floor, he chooses the reference of the flat, the number. He chooses he's an owner, so his status. So he submits it, and then he arrives in the virtual hall. We call it right now the virtual hall of his building. So it's all the residents of the building, they can post messages. So instead of physical paper messages in the hall, they will post this kind of messages. And he will announce, because when you arrive somewhere, you want to meet the people around you. You want to say, I'm here, I would like to know you. Not to be very intrusive, but at least say something. So you type the message, you type the title, you type the description, and you want to make a party, let's say warming house party. So you choose a date, and you choose the way you're going to send the message. By mail or by default, it will go on the hall, on the virtual hall. So if you send it right like that, you see now that there is a new post, and this new post is related to our automatically updated calendar. So here you see that tomorrow there is a party for Martin, and you're all invited. So now he logs out, sorry. So let's take another story, the story of a multiple owner, someone who has 1 apartment in Brussels and 1 apartment in Paris, let's say. His name is Frédéric. So he logs in, and he arrives, because right now he's in Paris, but he's going to move in Brussels and rent his apartment on Airbnb, let's say, in Paris. So now he is here, and that's what we wanted to make from one single application to centralize all the different apartments he can manage. So now he will say that he's going to Brussels, and the only person who will know that will be the gardienne, the concierge. For us, it's a very important person because she can take care of the emails, the post mails. I'm a virtual child, you know. So all the postmail that you find on the floor when you come back home and you're like, what the fuck? Okay. So she will take care of it. And now you can change from Paris, and he's going to his Brussels wall. And what he sees is that Martin, the new Martin, is here. So he will interact with him by commenting the post and saying that he's coming with his wife or whatever. So he says he can interact. That's what we wanted to make. Okay. So that's the 2 features we can have for this kind of profile. And the third profile, but not least, the concierge. For us, it's very important. We met Remy's concierge, a very nice person, and the concierge in Brussels also, and other. And she said, yeah, that would be nice to have a dashboard and to know that I can do something for the neighbors and the residents. So she's the only one who has access to the calendar or a dashboard. And now she sees that Frédéric won't be here, so she can do something for him, actually. And that's something we really want to make. And also, cherry on the cake, if you say, let's say you have a leak tonight in your building, but you're not here, you're not there. So there will be a shortage of water. No water tomorrow, and you have to shower, so you have to prepare it. So she will send a direct SMS to the different residents. It's not intrusive because she's the only one who has the numbers, and that's it's the internet. Yeah, it's Heroku. Heroku is in Japan, so we don't know what's going on right now. So, okay, so we sent an SMS. Okay.
Oh, I think the magic had just happened.
Okay, what we want to show you that it sent an SMS.
Normally, you should have received something. So now we will explain you what are the 3 pillars that will make the difference. What are the key factors of success of that project? The first one is normally you should have a SMS, but we have a multi-channel strategy. What does it mean? It means we can send you SMS, we can send you email or anything, with all, even your grandmother can have a call. So we use all the means that it exists. Second element is the screen, is the physical screen. And this physical screen will be in the ground floor of your buildings. And this will make the difference because every morning you will see the screen and you will get the information. The third element is people. In fact, we will try to engage people with leverage effect into the building. In Alex's building, we have already found an ambassador for the project. In my building, it will be Annabelle, the guardian of my building. So then you say, what will be the next step? On the business side, we will try this product. We will experiment it on Monday in Paris and in Brussels. But on the technical side, on this business side also, what is very important, we have a leap of faith. And in fact, we want to prove that if you solve little problem with low intensity, in fact, it could be a huge business opportunity. The second element is more a technical one. In fact, we have just created 5% of the features. And that's why tonight, we are looking for funds, talents, and all the support that will be helpful to help us to make in your building the next revolution.
What you want,